Okay, so Christian rapper Lecrae came out on a podcast and talked about his experiences going to not one, but multiple P Diddy parties, including a Snoop Dogg party and a Jamie Foxx party, okay? And the stories that he's about to tell you that of the things that he saw, it is to the standard, okay, of P. Diddy's parties, man. This gets crazy. We about to talk about it. We about to go in on this one, okay? Let's go ahead and see what he's talking about real quick. Let's hop into the video right now.
I'm going to say nothing about this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. I've been to a couple Diddy parties. Now, I'm risking a lot by saying this because I know as soon as I say that, all the assumptions are going to come in and if I don't say evil things were taking place, then I'm covering for them. And if I do say evil things were taking place, then I'm one of them ones like, yeah, Lecrae, expose it. You know what I'm saying? And I've been to lots of parties. I've been to Jamie Foxx. I've been with Snoop, T.I. Like, I've been to lots of places. Here's what I'll say. There are people who will test you. There are people who will see how far your limits are. And if you're willing to take a step, then they'll take two. I, in my personal experience, never saw anything where someone was like, you can't move any further unless you do X, Y, or Z. But what I did see was if you do X, Y, or Z, well, keep coming. You start walking, they gonna walk with you, and now you find yourself standing. They like, oh, you stand? Well, if you stand, come sit. Now, next thing you know, you sitting.
That's
so
wild.
It was never a situation where I felt forced to sit. It was a situations where I was asked, do you stand?
Wow.
Do you stand? And I'm like, I don't stand. Oh, okay, cool. And then I was left alone. It's like, oh, he's not about that life. He's not with it. I'm leaving him alone. I was at one of these parties, and for me, I'll be honest, it was a mix of work, because this is oftentimes where you go to connect with people, where you go to meet people. And I have met people here, and I have built bonds, and they have said, I have met actors and celebrities who said, man, thank you for being here. I needed your presence here. You're the reason why I know God is walking with me. And we've had conversations since where they're like, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Because how you gonna be a light if you never in the dark? Now, if you cannot handle being in the dark, stay up out of certain places, right? Don't play tug of war by yourself. I never went to these events by myself. I was always with people who were walking in the light, and we always had a mission.
That's a
never
good
just
point.
To go in there and wild out and be stupid. But the other side of the coin is, yes, if I'm a human, so I'm frail. I'm gonna be honest with you. There was moments for me of like, oh my gosh, I'm here. I'm part of the crew. Like, look at me. Yes, I struggle with acceptance and wanting to be associated with greatness. And I got caught up in some of that nonsense internally. What I will say is that one particular party, lots of big names. There was an artist there who said, hey, Lecrae, around 1 a.m., make sure you're not here. And I was
Wow.
like, what? You just don't want to be here at 1 a.m. And I was like, now my pride kicked in like, yo, you don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can handle myself. Like, I'm not some little church boy.
I ain't gonna lie. If there's a party and somebody tells you to not be there after dark, then you probably shouldn't be there from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, even from the jump there, it's gotta be some sinning going on, pre-sinning, before they get to the real stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would go there. I don't know, even if it's an opportunity to meet someone who may be able to push my career. I don't know. I don't think I'd do it, man. It's too risky.
Boy who ain't never seen nothing. Like, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you talking about? Well, it's probably 12:30. I'm downstairs.
It's almost 1 o'clock.
I go downstairs to the studio. I come up out the studio, and I'm headed back upstairs to like the main area where everyone's kind of congregating and hanging out. And the music changed. It was like really hard and heavy at first, and then, you know, like jam and dancing music. And it was a little softer. You know, it was a little more sensual when I came out the studio and started going upstairs. And on my way upstairs, there's like this couch. I won't say how the couch is designed, because then that may give away whose party and whose house this was. There was a couch, and on the couch, I saw a couple of guys really going at it hard and heavy. And
that's crazy.
And I was like, oh. You know, my brain, I'm thinking, well, you know, the celebrity party, people do what they do. As I started moving upstairs, I passed them up, and I noticed that it wasn't just those two guys. It was more and more people just going at it. I was like, okay, it's time for me to roll. I'm going to grab my stuff, and I'm going to get up out of here. I did not.
Whoa. That's wild, bro. That's wild. He said he went to the party, and at 12:30, it ain't even 1 o'clock yet. 12:30, it's people going at it. Men. That's a wild party, bro. And they weren't the only ones. Something gotta tell you, it was some things going on before. Maybe not that, but they were leading up to it. But as a Christian rapper, as a mogul, Christian mogul, he's big in the industry. Everyone knows Lecrae. I don't know if it's worth it to go to a party like that.
I know that's how this went down. So was that shocking? Absolutely. Was I forced or coerced into anything? I was not. But why they felt that comfortable, I don't know. Maybe the invite list, they was like, yeah, all these people. I don't know. I'm shocked that it went down. But I've been to another situation, another person's party, celebrity party, and, you know, a celebrity tapped me on my shoulder, and I was hanging out with them, and it was like, yo, nephew, you might want to go into the other party, because this cabana, we about to close it up. And they closed up the cabana, and there was about 3 or 4 big name artists in there. And a whole bunch of ladies start walking in that cabana, and a security guard stood in front of the door. Hey, they didn't coerce me. They didn't ask me to come in. And everybody said, you probably should not be in this cabana. You probably just want to go back out there with the cocktails and the hanging out and the hobnobbing. But I never ventured into those places. You know, that wasn't my thing. And when I felt like something was moving to a level past where my witness or my, like, conscience would be messed with, I'm out of there. It's not for me.
Wow.
But somebody got to be in these places and spaces, right? Like, somebody got to be there, you know, to be, you know, in these environments. Now, I'm not saying somebody got to be at the strip club, or don't misconstrue
there we
my
go.
words. What I'm saying is someone has to be in environments where people congregate and you can get to know them and you can build relationships. You know what I'm saying? These were not like, it's not just wild and people hanging from the ceilings everywhere. It's really just people hanging around by the pool, talking, having conversations. Some people dancing, some people walking. You know, oh, what's up, Jimmy Iovine? What's up, Madonna? Chris Brown? How y'all doing? You know, you talking. You have a whole conversation. You can share your whole testimony standing next to somebody by Jamie Foxx's pool. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, so I will say this. I appreciate Lecrae for being transparent, because at this point in time, unless you're trying to get some type of clout, which I don't think he needs clout, especially in the Christian industry, unless you're trying to get some clout, it does no good to put your name in the same sentence as P Diddy's name, especially saying that you've been to his parties. Now that puts you in a whole different perspective of what are you doing there? Why, like, were you a part of what's going on there? Were you really witnessing the people, or were you just trying to be in the in group? Like, it's so many questions could come up. So I do appreciate him with the transparency. I still don't believe that there needs to be Christians inside of a P Diddy party. Why? Because 99% of the people in that party are not there to hear the word. Even if you give them the word, a lot of times they won't receive it. They still gonna be they're still gonna be doing the same sins that they came to do. You know what I mean? So you're pretty much inside of this world. It's like you being a fish inside of an ocean full of sharks. No one's gonna hear you out. They don't care. And so I don't really think we need to be in those places. I think we need to be in common places for sure. I think Christians are in every common place you can think about. Any workplace, any place of entertainment as far as the movies, basketball. You're always going to find Christians there. I think we can do our work there. We don't have to be inside of the devil's playground to do our work. There's a lot of sin going on. It's a lot of temptation. I guarantee there's a lot of women walking around that party, and the temptation for lust is extremely high. Whereas being in a common place, you know, where people are expected to dress normally, it may not be that bad. But that's wild. The things that he said he saw, that confirms that if TD Jakes was at these parties and he was comfortable, TD Jakes was comfortable at these parties. If he was at these parties kicking it, he may have been with the in group. He may have been with the stuff that he was saying. It's not like TD Jakes brought an entourage there with him of men that are going to hold him accountable like Lecrae did. I didn't really know what to expect, but Lecrae didn't say that he was there by himself. He was with other men. Hopefully they held him accountable, and hopefully they were all keeping an eye on each other, making sure no one's slipping up into temptation. But at the same time, I personally don't think that none of them should be there. I just don't. But anyways, look, man, let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section, okay? If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button, okay? And hit the post notification bell so you don't miss another video, okay? My name is Aaron Page. I'm going to catch y'all on the next video. Until next time, I'm out.